If it feels like Congress is doing nothing, it's because they are. There's no imagination here. They're doing nothing. Last year, Congress passed fewer bills than ever before, and one of the main reasons is the refusal of the two parties to work together. It is the most divided politics in American history, and this Congress is doing less in American history than have ever been done. I've got Farron Cousins to talk about this with me. Farron, what do you think?
This is not surprising at all. I mean, look, we were at the point where in a span of 10 months, we almost had 5 government shutdowns because Congress was so incompetent and so incapable of working with each other that they couldn't even pass just regular let's keep working budget bills. So because you can't even get past a budget, let alone try to work on something like another infrastructure package or revamping healthcare or literally anything, because they can't even do the basic fundamental job that they have of passing a damn budget every year.
Yeah, did you just say in less than 6 months it's happened 8 times?
Well, it was 10 months, 5 times.
Okay, 10 months, 5 times. Either way.
So every other month, we're on the verge of a shutdown.
That is way crazy. So they were successful in passing a record level, low level, dysfunctional, disgusting low level of 27 bills. It's the lowest in American history, right?
Yeah. Usually every year, Congress will pass hundreds of pieces of legislation, or at least they had in the past. And some of those are minor. They're, let's pass a quick resolution to do this. Let's do a quick resolution naming this day, Mike Papantonio Day. But we can't even do that anymore. 27 pieces of legislation. And when you're looking at a group of people that only work about 150 days a year, it's insane how little is getting done. And like you said, it's getting worse. We've done even less this year than we had by this point last year. And it is, you've got political scientists looking at this, you've got historians looking at it, and they've all kind of come to the conclusion the number one factor is these people hate each other so much, they won't even talk to each other anymore.
Actually, what's so amazing about it is most of these folks don't have to work.
Right.
We've got a Congress that has, as far as people who had to work for a living, labor, people, what did we did a story on this a couple of weeks ago? Was it 3% or 8%, something like that?
It's insane. It's in the single digits.
Single digits of people that actually had to work for a living. So these people, our Congress that we have, well, they might not have started out like that, but they're multimillionaires because of insider trading, because of all the scams they're running. I mean, these are stories we've done. Well, I'm just saying this. We've done several stories about the insider trading, how somebody has started off and they got $100,000 in the bank, and within a couple of years, they've got $10 million in the bank. So they don't have to work. So what they do is, what is it? They go home on Thursdays, right?
Usually, yes.
Tell us, in other words, no matter what's pending, they're going to go home on Thursdays and come back Monday, supposedly, right?
Right. Congress is technically in session 3 days a week. Okay, 7-day week, Congress has to be there for 3. They show up Monday evening. Sometimes they'll do a couple of votes Monday evening. They'll work a full day Tuesday, Wednesday, about a half day Thursday. Then everybody flies home. Now, sometimes when you got a busy week, they don't get to fly home until like Friday morning. So those are the really rough weeks when you only get a 3.5-day weekend. But they just took for Easter their 2-week vacation. We don't get that. Even kids in school don't get a full 2 weeks for spring break. They take most of the month of August off. They take summer breaks, a month at Christmas. It's insane how much time off these people take and deny us any kind of federally mandated leave.
They don't go home because they have to work, because like I said, they don't have to work. The numbers are staggering. When the statistics are amazing, the number of people that really have to work in Congress. So what they do is they airdrop in. Okay, they're airdrop in just in time for the C-SPAN segment, right? They're standing in an empty room. If you get the impression that they're talking to nobody, it's because they are. They're talking to nobody. But they step in for 10 minutes, they airdrop in, and they do this show for us to make it look like, oh my God, they're still at it. It's 10 o'clock at night. Well, if they hadn't done anything all day, it's 10 o'clock at night, you think, what a hard worker, right?
Right. And a lot of people think, oh, well, they have to go back to their districts because they man their district offices, they're doing campaigning. But studies have also shown us that the amount of time federal lawmakers are actually spending in their local offices has dwindled down to virtually nothing in recent years. So no, they're not actually working in their local offices. They may pop into a little local restaurant, shake a couple hands, smile for the camera, and get on local news, but they're gone in 10 minutes, off to do whatever the heck they want to do.
Fundraiser.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're not working. And again, it cannot be understated enough. They won't even talk to each other if they're not a member of their party. Yeah. And now we've got both parties just at each other's throats in their own party.
There are no more statesmen.
No.
There are no more statesmen.
It's a bunch of children.
It's like kids. It's same. We see it, don't we? We see it with what we do for a living, just on people that go crazy when we try to say something that they disagree with. They go nuts. It didn't used to be like that. You and I have been doing this for over 20 years, right? We started all the way back to the Air America days, where you could have a conversation and people didn't go nuts. That's not the case anymore, but you would expect better in Washington.